Hey everybody, it's Nicole again. So today we're going to be making these spooky wall sconces with items from Dollar Tree. So the first thing you need from Dollar Tree are these framed mirrors. You're going to need two of them. And right here, I'm just taking off the plastic, of course, but what you want to do is disassemble the mirrored frame, or the frame from the mirror, should I say, because we're going to alter the mirror portion. So just be careful when removing it, because you don't want to cut yourself and you don't want to break it either. So what you do is place it face down onto your work surface, and we're going to take one of the little small flat scrapers that you can find in the hardware section from Dollar Tree and scrape off the mirrored backing. It's fairly easy. These little scrapers work really nice for this. You just want to create sort of a rough circle so that our image can sort of show through. And you want the surface to be rough and kind of scratchy because you want it to look, aged and spooky. So this is what I'm doing. And as you can see, that scraper worked really, really nicely in removing that backing. And I'm just making it a little bit wider because it wasn't quite wide enough. And yeah, just kind of creating that circle. So the next thing I'm going to do is take this fingernail file that I actually got out of a set of the artificial nails from Dollar Tree. I was too lazy to go downstairs and get my sandpaper, so this nail file worked out perfectly. And I actually like it a little better because I had a little better control using it when it came to scuffing the surface, because you want your glass to look, again, kind of, spooky and scary and scraped all up. So yeah, worked out really good. Happy accident, I guess. And once you get your circle or your hole big enough for your image, you just want to clean it off. I used a baby wipe to kind of clean the surface, and here we are. And you can choose whatever image you want. I chose these napkins, but you can go on Google and Google whatever kind of image you want if you can't find a napkin, and use the same technique that we're going to use here, which is, decoupaging or Mod Podging the image to the back of the mirror, or to that hole that we've created. So I'm just removing the backing from the napkin. It's a 2-ply napkin, so I'm just kind of peeling the backing off. And these napkins did not come from Dollar Tree. They came from Walmart. Dollar Tree has some cute images when it comes to the napkins, but I'm into the little skull thing, so I wanted a really nice skull print. And I found these for 98 cents at Walmart, and it's actually cheaper than Dollar Tree, so they worked out pretty good. But again, you can use the napkins from Dollar Tree, or you could just download an image from Google and use that if you want to. You can customize this to whatever your Halloween decor is this year. So yeah, so I'm just cutting it in half because you want to make it or scale it down so that you can work with it better. And I'm just doing a dry fit to see how it looks, and it worked out perfectly. You don't want a perfect circle. You want it to be rough, like I said, so you could, add to the effect of it, and that looks awesome. I love how this looks. So I'm going to flip it over and show you how I, decoupage or Mod Podge my images. So what I do is I actually spray it with water. I don't do the first layer of Mod Podge down. I feel like you have better control with the napkin this way. It won't tear if you try to adjust it by adding it to something, adding it to the Mod Podge that's already sticky. So the water kind of holds it down, and besides, the Mod Podge is going to soak through the napkin, so it will hold, you know what I mean? So yeah, that's why we remove the layer from it, so that it'll soak through. So anyway, I'm talking too much. I'm spreading it out, the Mod Podge out with a flat brush, and I'm just gonna allow it to dry. But before it dries, I'm gonna tear away the excess napkin so it'll have sort of that torn or rough edge around the image. And here it is, all dry, and as you can see, I tore away, the excess while it was wet. And there it is. That's the back side. That's the side that's going to be, covered up. But you can't tell. I mean, either side would work. If you wanted to use that side, you could, because, once the Mod Podge dried, it sort of dried transparent, and the napkin was so thin you could actually see the image through both sides. So here we are. And this is how it looks through the glass, or the mirror. Looks like sort of a faded little skull coming through. And the next thing you're going to need from Dollar Tree are these skeleton hand tongs. And what I did was I took my little craft saw and sawed the hands off. I just measured how long I wanted them to be and then cut them both at that length. And now we're going to hot glue them to the mirror right below the skull image. So it looks as though the skeleton is poking his hand out through the mirror. And I'm adding some E6000 to the cut portion there, and then I'm gonna add hot glue around it. So once everything dries, that E6000 will bond to the glass, because hot glue doesn't hold well unless it's like Gorilla Glue, and I'm not using Gorilla Glue or Gorilla Hot Glue this time. It's just what was in my glue gun. So I use the E6000 to hold it permanently, but I'm just going to use the hot glue to kind of anchor it in place. And I wish I had used my clear glue sticks or the Gorilla Glue, because these glue sticks dried sort of yellowy, but it actually looks fine because it adds to the effect of the, scariness and spookiness of it. But, if you're particular, you may want to use the clear glue sticks or the Gorilla Glue sticks, which dry clear. And I'm sort of taking a popsicle stick and kind of pushing the hot glue up against the base of the sconce or the hand, because it's, I want it to go ahead and stabilize. I'm kind of rushing the process, if you will. But take your time doing this and be careful, because hot glue can burn you. But yeah, I'm just kind of rushing the process. I'm just kind of wanting to get it done, basically. I'm impatient. But yeah, and I'm holding it until it sets. And then I'm going to add some more, because I want it to have a really good anchor until that E6000 dries underneath. Okay, so we've gotten the first one done and it's drying, and we're going to do the same to the second. And I'm just putting the backing in and doing the same thing, following the same steps as I did with the first one, because I'm going to hang these on either side of my archway going into my dining room. So of course I made a pair, but you can make as many or as few as you want. And this is what the second one looks like. So it's slightly different. I kind of like that because you don't want matchy-matchy when it comes to like Halloween decor. You really don't. So yeah. And here's the second hand. And there it is. And you can see the little pile of yellow glue at the bottom, but it looks fine. It actually looks sort of smoky. So now we're going to take some of the Dollar Tree spider webbing and apply it to camouflage that glue, and just add some, sort of tchotchkes or, you know, accessories to our sconce here, just to make it look even better. So I'm removing the little spider, and I'm gonna show you, it's just a spider ring. So if you have some of those around, you can just add them, you know, to your spider webbing or whatever if you don't have enough in the package, because I think they come with like 2 or 3 or whatever. But anyway, I'm just adding the web around the base of the hand to almost look like smoke or mist coming from the mirror, and then I'm just kind of spreading out the rest of it. And this stuff's hard to pull if you get too much at one time, but I managed to get it done. But anyway, I'm just kind of gonna pull a little bit around the base of the hand and then just kind of spread it out accordingly. And you know, this is where you can get creative and, you know, add or take away when it comes to the spider webbing, or, you know, just do whatever you want to do. Or you could add some spooky kind of like florals or something, some of the black roses if you want to. It's totally on you. And I'm just working the web around to make it look even more aged and spooky. You just don't want to cover up your image too much. You kind of want it to look, you know, be able to see it, should I say. And there, I love how that looks. Now we're gonna add our lantern. I chose these right here. There are 2 or 3 different versions of lanterns that Dollar Tree has. I picked this one because I love the silver finish that it had. It's sort of an aged silver, but they had the aged bronze finish as well. And then they have another more utilitarian sort of lantern. Or you could actually use some of the tea light candles that they have if you don't want, you know, that something hanging. You just want something more, you know, upright, or, you know, I guess, I don't know, more candle-like. So again, you could just place a tea light in the center of the hand, but I wanted the lantern to look as, you know, like I said, he's reaching out, handing you a lantern or something. But yeah, that's it. You know, I just put the lantern on and added a little bit more spider webbing to it again to make it look more aged and sort of misty and smoky, if you will. And that is pretty much it. Super simple, super easy, and everything can be found at Dollar Tree. So if you think about it, 2 lanterns, that's $2. The tongs, you know, a set is $1. And 2 of the mirrors, you know, that's $2 as well. So $5. You know what I mean? And the webbing, should I say. So that's actually $6. So, I mean, you get 2 nice little sconces for $6. And depending on where you get your image, that could be free or another $1. And here is how it looks in the space. I'm loving this. Again, it's on either side of the arch going into my dining room. So yeah, thanks for watching. If you haven't already, please subscribe, should I say, and hit the notification bell so that you'll know when I upload another DIY. So thanks for watching, guys, and I will see y'all in my next video. Bye.